Today is Wednesday, Parashat Miketz. We lit the Chanukah last night for the first time for this holiday of Chanukah, and tonight we're going to light the second candle. And today being the 25th day of Kislev, in a sense the first day of Chanukah, we will say a couple of words about this mitzvah of lighting the Chanukah that we do. And Rambam Maimonides calls it mitzvah chaviva ad me'od. It's a very, very cherished mitzvah. He doesn't use this adjective with other mitzvot. This is the one time when he makes a point to extol the great value of the lighting of the menorah candles, of the Chanukah candles, and there are many reasons for that. Our sages say that a person who's careful with lighting the candles of the Chanukah, and by the way, it's better to light them with oil and better even with olive oil. Candles are acceptable, but the best way to do it is with olive oil. Such a person who's very careful with that has extra merit to be zocheh, to have the merit to have children, or tamidei chachamim, it helps their children to have extra help in reaching understanding of Torah. Because after all, the light of the Chanukah is a symbol of the light of the Torah. So if you're careful with that, it adds more of a assistance in getting your children to be Talmidei Chachamim. But why does Harambam call this mitzvah chaviva me'od? Okay, so one reason is that you should do it in a beautiful way, because after all, the mitzvah of educating your children and Chanukah has to do with chinuch, which means education is very important. But I've heard a few other reasons that I'd like to share with you today. Some of the Farshim say that aside from the 613 mitzvot that are in the Torah, there are 7 mitzvot midirabanan that were rabbinically decreed. And together with the 613 plus 7, you come to 620. 620 is a meaningful number because it is the numerical value of the word keter. Keter is a crown. So there's a crown for the Torah. That crown of keter that has deep significances to it. Those 620 mitzvot, according to some of the opinions, the final mitzvah that completes the 620, that completes the keter, the crown, is the mitzvah of lighting Chanukah, and therefore it is a cherished mitzvah because it completes the keter, it completes the crown. There's another reason that is brought also by our sages, is that this is the one mitzvah that you can be fulfilling the mitzvah by looking at someone else doing the mitzvah. In other words, if you saw somebody put on tefillin, you cannot say a bracha for him putting on tefillin, you have to do it yourself. Many other mitzvot, somebody is sitting in a sukkah, you cannot say a bracha yourself if you're outside of the sukkah, lishev b'sukkah. But if for some reason you're not able to do the mitzvah of lighting the Chanukah candles, you're someplace and you're not able to go get the candles, the oil, you're not able to, but you see somebody who lit the Chanukah candles in there, you see it in their window. He did the mitzvah for his household. You can say the brachot, Sha'asa nisim la'avotenu, and even Shechian on the first day. Why? Because you're seeing the mitzvah. That is a very special situation where you can do the beracha and fulfill the mitzvah. You don't say the bracha ladlik ne Chanukah because you're not lighting it, but you can still say the other brachot that are associated with the lighting of the Chanukah just for seeing it being lit by somebody else. Even if you see it in a window, you know the person lit it for Chanukah, you can say a beracha. There are many mitzvot that were done in the Bet HaMikdash that we're not able to do today because we don't have Bet HaMikdash. So we accomplish the mitzvah by learning the halachot that have to do with that. For instance, every morning we say, before we start the prayer, we say certain passages that have to do with how the sacrifices were done in Bet HaMikdash. And by us saying those parts that describe how the korbanot was done and certain halachot that have to do with the korbanot, those mitzvot done in Bet HaMikdash are fulfilled through are learning through our making the statement, Unshalema parim sefatenu, like the Pasuk says, instead of our bringing korbanot, we fulfill the service by our lips. However, the mitzvah of hadlakat, the menorah, of lighting the menorah in Bet HaMikdash, in a sense, is fulfilled by the asiyah, not just by learning, by actually lighting the menorah candles, the Chanukah candles in our homes. We are connecting with Bet HaMikdash and with that mitzvah that the Kohanim did every day in Bet HaMikdash of lighting, the mitzvah of lighting the menorah. And finally, the mitzvah of lighting the menorah, the Chanukah candles, is symbolic of highlighting the importance of Torah and mitzvot, which is what the candles represent, as the best way and the best guarantee to ensure the survival of the identity of the Jewish people. Our children, our next generations, the best way to keep them on track and committed to Judaism is through teaching them Torah and through have them fulfilling the mitzvot. The menorah and the light of the Chanukah is symbolic of that, the light of the Torah and the light of the mitzvot. Baruch Adonai le'olam amen ve'amen, and Chag Sameach, Chag Chanukah Sameach.